Just one touch means more than words can say. Just one touch, and I know I'm gonna stay for always. Gypsy road.
Well, welcome to. Oh, we're having trouble streaming to certain destinations. I don't know about that. I don't care. Apparently. Oh, okay. That's just. I don't care about that. Well, guys, welcome. We're broadcasting horror talk on several platforms right now. We're actually doing this on. We're actually doing this on. God, even my brain hurts trying to think of this. We're doing this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, all at the same time. So that's pretty cool. And the idea of this show is like horror talk is we're gonna pick a movie in just an hour. It's only an hour show or up to an hour. I mean, we finish everything in 45 minutes. There's no reason to push us on. So it's kind of an easy, relaxing show. But sometimes these movies that we talk about, there is some Mandela effects even in these certain movies. So if there is, we'll speak on the spiritual side about certain movies. Because like Poltergeist is really a movie that kind of broke through a lot of different kind of barriers. It came out in 1982. So a lot of you are asking, what do you mean different kind of barriers? When we think of horror movies, I know Poltergeist is more not technically like horror, like a slasher. It's more ghosts, demons, or whatever. Okay, when you think of Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, those are slashers, But those didn't really hit, even Halloween, even how big as Halloween was, those movies didn't really hit mainstream level like Poltergeist did in 1982. Okay, now, of course, it doesn't hurt to have Steven Spielberg as a producer, which the story goes that technically he really directed it, but he didn't want to get the director he did hire not the credit. So that's the rumor behind that. But Poltergeist is really, I watched it again last night, and Bob, you watched it just to remember. And going to be honest with you, the first Poltergeist movie holds up. It really does hold up pretty well. I mean, some of the special effects might not look super sharp as they would nowadays, but I'm going to tell you something. You remember the tree scene that grabs the boy from?
Yeah, that was still fucking solid, man.
That looks good.
It was eating the kid. So yeah, it was solid. It was no cartooning, no CGI. That freaking kid was inside of a tree.
It was really great. And you know what's cool? That what they do sometimes, Bob, is some of these movies that it's like the days of putting in Easter eggs. I don't know if anybody knew this Easter egg that's in the movie Poltergeist. You guys might not know.
Holy shit, he found it.
I just want to say hello to Ocean Girl. Brian Stavely's in the house. Michael Healy, Proc Doxin Oxide, Captain Rankin.
It's time to wake
up. I appreciate you guys coming in on a different kind of a show. It's not really a full Mandela Effect show. It's a movie about horror. But there is some Mandela effects in Poltergeist that I'll get to in a second. But let me show you this Easter egg that maybe a lot of people don't know about this Easter egg. In the movie Poltergeist. Here we go.
Predictive.
Because a lot of movies, Bob, are known to put Easter eggs in a movie.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, see this tree? You don't see my mouse. Hold on. Let me go here. Do you see my mouse?
No.
Okay, but do you see there's almost like a head shape in that tree?
Yeah, there's a head shape in that tree. That's the whole idea.
Okay. But do you know who that shape's supposed to be?
I don't know but it looked like a man. It was a man.
It is a man.
Tree. Yeah, okay. It was a man tree. That's what I got out of it. You got to watch it later on in life to figure it out.
If you watch the movie and if you stare at the tree, it's what famous man in history is known to never tell a lie? By never telling a lie, the folklore is he was cutting down a tree.
Cherry tree.
Who's that man?
Cherry tree. Yeah, I know who he is. Who remembers that?
Washington.
Well, here's the funny thing. No, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. a lot of people are mixed on that one. They heard it was Lincoln. So I actually heard both. I was like, wait a minute, is it Lincoln or is it I cannot tell a lie, Father? I've cut down the cherry tree. Is it George Washington or was it Lincoln? There's a big argument. It's fake anyway. So,
You know what? I don't know that. I always known it as George Washington.
Yeah.
The idea is they use George Washington's face in it because the tree gets cut off with the ghost into the air. So it was kind of an Easter egg to to go up.
Yeah.
And the special effects on that tree is
it goes up in the tree like it's a human going up into the. I'm like, oh, really?
Exactly. And that's the Easter egg of Washington. In my world, it's Washington chopped down the cherry tree.
Washington, yeah. Okay, anybody remember Lincoln? Anybody on the side? Am I always the one? Where's this time to wake up? I'm proving his point more and more with my misremembering like a motherfucker. It was Lincoln.
George Washington was the first president. Well, I know. I'm getting off of off of the horror and going to Mattel, but it's easy.
The horror.
But the show. Yeah. But there is a lot of mystery within the show because when you watch a movie now, it seems like sometimes you're watching a movie and you're looking out for Mandela effects kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You're not meaning to watch. You're not meaning to, but you are.
Can't help it.
But let me tell you something that was interesting that I found. That is kind of a mystery within the Poltergeist. Let me show you. Now, I know there's been videos on it, but they never really went further into what I'm about to show you. I think
for the record, Eric came into the room this morning. He was fucking doing cartwheels. He's like, dude, you got to see this. This is what I found. Don't review nobody's shit. Eric, don't go copying somebody else's material. Eric found this for himself 100%, and I had to confirm it. Like, that's weird. This is weird. I did not know about this. I said, Eric, you better double check and see if anybody else has figured this one out. Eric did. He said, somebody figured it out 11 months ago. But Eric's like, I didn't. I trust you didn't know, but it was weird. Like Brian talked about, all of a sudden, things that you discovered now has been discovered fucking 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay, now the guy discovered. There's a poster on the wall that's a 1988 Super Bowl poster. Now he said, why is there a 1988 Super Bowl picture on the wall in a 1982 movie? Okay, now, but I went further. I'm like, why is there a 1988? I look at the colors, right? If you see the colors, I know, hey guys, you got to watch the movie yourself. It's not a clear picture, but the colors is basically like orange, red, and like white. Now, what team in the NFL has those colors? Now, there's two teams you can think of right off the bat. Okay, there's two teams. You can say Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. And guess what? Those colors are from Washington Redskins. Who won the Super Bowl January 31st, 1988?
88 Washington Redskins.
The Redskins won the Super Bowl in 1988, and those are those colors. Now, this is interesting. Now, remember, guys, Steven Spielberg is also the executive producer of Back to the Future movies. In the Back to the Future Part 2, when Michael J. Fox was in the future, there was a scene where he found out that Florida won the World Series. At the time, Florida never had a baseball team. Now, in our time, Florida did finally get a team called the Florida Marlins, whatever they're called. They actually won the World Series in that year. Now, I'm not saying there's a connection because of Steven Spielberg.
No.
But hold on. There's more, Bob. There's more. There's
more. There's more. But wait, there's more.
It's the mystery of Poltergeist. Now, what was so special about that 1988 Washington Redskins team who won the Super Bowl that year? What was special about it? Does anybody remember, guys, who's ever an NFL fan, what was special about in the movie's Poltergeist with that 1988 Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins?
I know.
Anybody knows? Oh, the Matrix MVS says, why horror talk? Oh, me, Bob's going to do 1 or 2 horror talk shows a week, Matrix. We're going to talk about a horror movie. it's kind of a relaxing way to get away from Mandela effects and all that. I know we're talking about Mandela effect now, but
black quarterback.
A black quarterback. The very first black quarterback who ever won a Super Bowl, 1988. Now, what's so special about Redskins now? Guess what? They're getting rid of the name Redskins. I'm not saying it's all related. I'm not saying that, but on Poltergeist weirdness, you have a poster that's 1988 in a 1982 movie with the colors of the Redskins who actually won the Super Bowl in 1988 with the very first black quarterback who ever won. Doug Williams was his name, Doug Williams. And now this year on the news, just today or yesterday, they are getting rid of the name Redskins. Now, I just saw this yesterday. Now, there was a video somebody saying about the poster. I never saw that video before, but I'm just saying for me, wow, what a Poltergeist mystery. What a Poltergeist mystery. The colors of the Redskins winning the Super Bowl that year.
1988.
Very first black quarterback ever win the Super Bowl, Doug Williams. Now, Doug Williams did not start out as the quarterback of that team of the 87 part. It was I forget his name. He got hurt. He went to the Raiders, and Doug Williams came in the middle of the season and took over and won the Super Bowl. So it's kind of cute. It's kind of weird, right? Destroy the white man, bring him in, win the Super Bowl for the first time, and now the Redskins' name's gone. It's just kind of a Poltergeist mystery. It's kind of cool in a lot of ways. It really is kind of cool. And Bob, also, I feel like I'm getting haunted.
I'm pissed off. I pissed off Eric. I said, Eric, I can follow up with one thing that's going to make you upset because Eric is misremembering. Also in the movie, the mother sets the kid's bed like a little boy. The little boy, she sets his bed. And if you look around the room, it's Star Wars themed. In the movie Poltergeist, the children's room is Star Wars themed. Him and his daughter, or him and his sister, little girl. She makes his bed, and it's C-3PO, and he's got both golden legs in C-3PO. Now Eric is a gray legger. Eric's goddamn gray legger. He ain't a gold legger. He's a gray legger. And so I go, Eric, did you see the gold legger? Where? Did you see the gold? Eric had to go back and take a look. Oh, yeah, I see the gold leg.
Yeah, now, like I said, I know. He said, Luke, I'm your father. I know that. But the silver, I have always remembered the silver. Now, I'm going to hit images here. I don't know if we can find a picture.
It's in there. I watched it. I double checked it. I went back. I looked one more time. Then I told you about it.
I've seen that scene.
Yeah.
And I wish that there was like a clear picture of that.
Of the bed, yeah.
Kind of a cool Poltergeist little mystery, because you're right. I saw that blanket. He did have two gold legs. Now, this came out in 1982. Before George Lucas started to change everything, like clean everything up.
Yeah. So it was clearly two gold legs on the blanket on the bed. She was setting the blanket on the bed, and she flashed it right there, real clear. You could see it. If you guys go back and watch the Poltergeist for fun of it, you'll see the two gold legs. And Eric, I go, gold leg, Eric, gold leg. Got you. Eric's haunted by the golden leg all the time. He's a gray legger. He's a silver leg.
I typed in bed blankets, but look, you get all these other beds.
Yeah, no.
Now there's where you're being attacked by the clown underneath the bed.
The clown, always the clown.
This is where the mother gets.
What did you see? What did you see that I said it's inconsistently been showing up in all these videos? I saw it. I don't remember it. Again, let's go back to misremembering. It is possible. It is 100% plausible, and it is on the table. Always put that there to make people who don't have the effect, yes, they're correct on some things. But I don't remember this one stuffed. Yes, there's your teddy bear.
Every movie now I'm watching, right? And I see this teddy bear in most all the movies. Like when I was watching Twister, all of a sudden the car crashes through the house in the movie Twister, and a teddy bear goes right across the windshield going, and then watching Poltergeist. I know it's a kid's room. It might not be related, but then I saw a bear, clear picture of a bear going across. Like, what is with this bear and Raggedy Ann doll for me? It's like showing up in all my movies now.
Eric and the Raggedy Ann dolls and the bears now. I told him I've had the bear thing. I've been seeing the teddy bear everywhere. It doesn't keep popping up. It's in Simple Minds, the Simple Minds video. It just exploded in one of the Simple Minds video. It's been exploding in movies, little weird scenes, weird everywhere, the bears. And then I saw that and I said, okay, I don't remember. My middle name is Teddy, which is Theodore for Ted. I was named after Teddy Roosevelt, which is the teddy bear. That's why my dad gave me a teddy bear as a kid, because it's ironic. My name is Teddy, so I got a teddy bear. Eric had a stuffed fucking, I don't know, you had a stuffed fucking frog? I think you had a stuffed frog.
Yeah.
We all had a stuffed animal, man. We're kids. I think he had a stuffed frog with the sand in it, the heavy frogs. It kind of sits flat, but I had a bear. So I always noticed the bears, and I'm like, oh, stuffed bear, dude. Do you remember the stuffed bear? Eric's like scratching his head. I had to scratch my head. Let's not call it anything but you and I just having a fucking whatever moment. Let's not call it anything. I don't like the word Mandela effect. I just like the fact that there was a bear in it. That's about it. That's it. I don't remember it.
I want to tell this guy real quick. Native Indians aren't offended by Washington Redskins. Why would they? Make no sense. Guys, I'm telling you right now, that's a setup. I'm telling you why that's a setup. I know it's not Poltergeist, but that's a setup. The reason that's a setup is you make a lot of money with name changes because everybody has to buy new jerseys, new shirts. Now, this owner wanted to save face with the fans, so he wanted to change it, but he never wanted to say he wanted to change it because he does not want to take the tradition away from the Redskins. Right. But now he gets to use everything that's going on in life to be able to change the name. He wants to change the name because there's a lot of money. Now, this ain't the first team in Washington, D.C. that has actually changed their name. The other team that Washington, D.C. had was called the Washington Bullets. If you remember that, the Washington Bullets. They decided, since the crime was so high in Washington, D.C., they decided to change the name from Bullets to the Wizards. And guess what? They made a lot of money. Dude, when you do a name change, everybody's going to be buying new jerseys, even though you have your old one. So,
Bullets?
Huh?
Is that an NFL team?
NFL team, yes. What? The Washington NBA. No, the Washington Bullets is a basketball NBA team.
Oh God! Okay. I don't remember Washington Bullets though.
They were in Washington D.C. and then because of so much crime, they decided that the Bullets means too much like bullets, so they changed it to the Wizards, which Michael Jordan owned part of the team. So what I'm saying is, I don't feel bad for the Redskins at all. I do not feel bad for those fans at all because that owner is going to be making a lot of freaking money with the new name. So do not feel bad. Who gives a shit? I want Redskins to sink and die every year anyway. But beyond that, name change? Every team would love to be able to change their name because it's money. Then what they'll do is watch. They'll put a list out for the fans. Hey, I want your guys' opinion and vote for what name you guys want. So everybody will vote, pick a name out, and even though you're gonna say, "Oh, I can't believe they cave in," they didn't cave into nothing. They cave into money. It's money, people. It's money. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to get that off my chest.
No, you're right. Though. You're right.
Feel bad. They're going to be making so much money with this name change. I think they did it on purpose.
Of course they're doing it on purpose. It's so perfect. And then now they're going to change the names of lots of places.
Oxide, there's not a new name yet. They just approved a name change. So they're going to go through where they're going to ask the fans what do they want.
What do you want?
You know, trying to where you, and they're going to make so much money off of this. Do not feel bad for any one of them.
No.
And I used to live in Maryland. I could care less about that state.
Yeah, I lived in Maryland. Yeah, Washington Bullets, dude. Washington. I don't know no Washington Bullets. It's just me though. I don't watch basketball, so nobody at the sidebar take a whoa. Nah, don't jump on no wagon with that one. I've never heard of no Washington Bullets. Never heard of it. That's weird for me. Okay, cool. That's weird.
Yeah, the
Washington Wizards now. Wizards, maybe Wizards. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what year, but but who cares? But this bear keeps showing up. Bear in the background, right? It's like a bear right in the open. It's like they zoom in on the bear. It's like, what's all these zooming in on the?
They zoom in. I know. That's why I saw it. They zoomed in on the teddy bear. I'm like, they zoom in on the teddy bear. In Twister, they zoom in on the teddy bear everywhere. I was like, wow.
There's a lot of people in the chat saying they never heard of the bullets. What?
Thank you.
I'll show you right here. Look, these are right here. Look at the picture. Bullets. I mean,
I don't know anything about bullets. Bullet. What is this?
And now they went for the bullets to the Wizards.
The Wizard. Okay. Well, yeah.
And the thing is, the bullets had like the American colors: red, white, and blue.
That's weird. Weird. Washington Bullets. I would have known that. Because it's such an unusual name. I'm not saying I'm not claiming it's anything. I'm just saying only for me, I just never heard of the Bullets. It's just an unusual name. The Bullets. Is it a beer can? Wait, didn't Coors have the Coors Bullet? They had a Coors Light, the Bullet? Wasn't Coors Light wait a minute, wasn't Coors Light the Bullet blown up in some terrorist attack about 5 months ago? Anyway, I'm going way off track, dude.
I know. No, it's just fun how Poltergeist can make you go off track.
Yeah.
You start thinking about everything. You know what's cool? Now, of course, nowadays, I'll admit I watch some ghost shows. Me and my daughter. It's kind of just a a dirty trash thing. You just watch. You don't care that's on the background. But if you really think about it, Poltergeist is one of the first movies that actually showed investigation, going into a house, doing a full investigation. And Bob, you said something great on the last show yesterday about what's important about that kind of a TV back in that day.
Yes, where's It's Time to Wake Up? He's the guy on that one.
I don't know how to explain the TV part, but if you remember what we're talking about, there's a scene where the little girl's in the bedroom with the parents, and the TV was all static. Because remember, young people, you might not know this, but back in our day, when we were kids, when TV was at 24 hours. So when it's like midnight, they'll play that anthem song, and then it goes pure snow. Nowadays, everything, if it's not on, they show commercials all the way until the show broadcast. So you never see that snow no more. But back in the day, you hear snow. Well, the little girl looking at the snow, the ghost came from the TV into the wall, and she used the famous words, "They're here." Now, maybe there's a Mandela effect there. Maybe they changed those words. I don't know. They're here. Now, and Bob, you mentioned something that was very cool about maybe why she heard those things with the TV, with the snow.
Yeah. This is just science. This is plain shit. Again, I'm shouting out some of the sidebar. I could probably fill it in. It's just you're getting static from the atmosphere. Now, I don't give a fuck about flat, round, fucking square, purple, whatever the fuck it is. There's still electrical static in the air. It's very, very strong. And you don't see it no more because of our everything's digital. Everything's digital. Nothing's analog. So nothing's analog. So there's, anyway, you have the old rabbit ears and you would pick it up from the air. You picked everything up from the air. And so if there was nothing being broadcasted that it could pick up, it would just pick up electrical particles. It would just be static. And so some of the early, I've debunked them. Let's put that at first. But there was early researchers, paranormal researchers that used to use, or they claimed to use televisions to see on the other side. that these spirits would communicate through the static because it's in the air, and they themselves are an energy battery source that they can approach a TV or come near a TV, and sometimes you can see a silhouette of their bodies, so-called. I'm using the glamour words, so they can see or they can whisper and talk through the television. And I know a lot of paranormal researchers used to use those small little TVs, debunked. Small TVs. We used to have small televisions you can buy, cheap, big ass body with a battery and plug. Little TVs, they would set it up and have static. And it'd set up big monster fucking antennas and try to get whatever anomalies in the area to come through on that television set. Old school. And they would use the old videotape. They didn't use digital, they used videotape to catch anomalies on videotape. Night recorders. The same thing. Didn't you talk about now they use the handheld?
Yes. If you watch like Ghost Adventure or Ghost Hunter, they have this thing to go shh, 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 shh. It's basically the TV without the image. It's the sound that's trying to pick up. It shoots out like different frequencies, trying to hear the voices. So it's like the TV, but just in a little speaker now.
Yeah, that's yeah. They use that, and it would the anomaly of the ghost or whatever.
Frequency.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, frequency, yes. And they would try to use the words that they're picking up in the air from different radio stations to form a sentence. Like you've done it. You've got the app. You could do it now. You've got the app for it, right? So we could do an app check. They pick data. Okay, we'll go back. They pick data. Like Ghostbox static. Yeah, they pick data from the radio. Eric is going so fast. They picked data from the radio waves. Yes, Bob, and it was Lincoln. Yes. Never mind. I'm sorry. Anyway, I got one Lincoln. In there. Anyway, so that it would pick up static. Now, static. To me, since I woke up with a Mandela effect, as silly as it may sound, this is not about that. I have an AM radio that I carry. It's an AM old 70s radio that I picked up, thick plastic Japanese, and it works great. And I like to listen to static. I try listening to certain things to see if I can pick up anomalies. And I'm not going to say too much after that because I'll sound crazy. But I have picked up weird things. On a static radio, AM static radio. I have literally, when people talk about we're under a spiritual attack by the bad spirits, I kind of got sometimes when I'm listening to it. If you could get one of them radios and play around with it yourself, just be careful. Don't fall into that trap. Be careful.
You know why a lot of that works? When you try to take, people like trying to take pictures and trying to capture a ghost on it. What actually works the best? The old Polaroid cameras, right? Because of more analog and stuff. Because a digital has certain frequencies, like clean frequency that they work on. You can put like 10 channels on one digital frequency versus one analog channel, because the analog goes all through a spectrum of frequencies, a lot of it. So you're easier to catch more evidence on an analog product versus technically a digital product. Even though digital sounds better, it's clearer, more money, but an old-fashioned analog, you can actually capture more. I bet you, if you got a digital camera and we went into a haunted house, and if I had an old Polaroid camera, I bet you I would be able to get more ghosts on my Polaroid versus your digital camera.
Oh yeah. The word is that digital won't pick it up. And then whatever happens comes real fast and goes. So the old Polaroid catches them real quick.
It's an old-fashioned analog kind of a thing, yeah.
Yeah, and the video camera with the videotape is another one you can catch him with. There we go. I listened to a lot of ESP tracks from the other people, and it really seems like we're talking to tortured souls in hell. Woo! As something whispers and prevents them from talking. But IDK. What does IDK mean?
Poltergeist might attack the 5G towers.
What is IDK? I always hear that now. I don't know what that means.
Hold on.
I digress.
What is IDK.
We're old dogs, man.
IDK is the abbreviation of the phrase "I don't know."
I don't know. IDK. Now I know what it means. I can't think of it as I digress. I don't know. Red rum.
Murder.
Wait, red rum. Murder. Red rum.
Hey,
Backwards.
I have to tell somebody right now. We'll do a show on The Shining because that is a classic movie we can't talk about. But they made a sequel. I know we're getting off Poltergeist for a second, but they made a sequel called is it Mr. Sleep? Oh, Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep. It's the kid grown up, and I'm gonna tell you something. It has a good actor. It has that actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars movies. It wasn't him. I've never read the book. But I fucking hated that movie. I really did.
Yeah, they don't have Scatman Crothers.
When you watch it, I don't know if you might have to watch it. It's on one of these.
Yeah, I saw it. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't watched it.
You might have to watch it because when you're watching it, it's like, is this a superhero movie? Now there's this group that has like some kind of powers and they want to stop everybody who can see things, kind of like the kid has powers. I didn't like that. And then in the end, to defeat this evil group, he has to go back to the hotel. And it felt like he goes back to the hotel, and every section where he walks to this haunted hotel, it was scenes from the original Shining. It was like, oh, on the left, here's the lady ghost. Oh, here's on the right. There's all the blood. Oh, here's this. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know. Maybe other people liked it, but I did not like Dr. Sleep. I did not like how they just. I know. I know. Somebody said The Shining is an all-day discussion. It is. Yeah. Because the first Shining was a genius.
The Apollo.
It was like I was telling Sister because Sister goes, did you like it? I go, I know, because when it went to the house, it felt like a roller coaster ride. Here's this one turn. Here's this ghost. Here's this other turn. Here's this one. Oh, here's this other turn. Oh, there's that. It was like they're trying to sell you on some retro, and then boom. I did not like it. I felt like I was watching. I like X-Men, but I don't need X-Men style stuff in a Shining kind of a movie. It took away everything from me.
I gotta watch it just to see if I can get mad at it.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch it.
I had no idea there was a sequel to The Shining, and it sounds stupid. Yeah,
it sounds stupid. I haven't watched it either, so it sounds stupid to me too. I'm gonna watch it to see if there's like truth drops or there's sometimes they make movies for other reasons. You know, there's not really a reason to make a movie. They weren't gonna make any money at the. You know, sometimes it's like you're not gonna make any cash at the movie theater. Then why did you make the movie? The idea is to make money. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, if they made a movie that's going to flop, you got to go back and watch it and see why they made something that's so miserable.
Okay, this is the it's called Dr. Sleep. And what I hate is they used the poster like that. That's a little boy, and that's him as a grown man. It's like they try to sell you it with the Shining stuff, and when they finally use the Shining stuff in this movie, it was just moronic. It was stupid.
It's weird. It's got these weird symbolisms in it. You know, it's little drop heads everywhere. A lot of conspiracy heads have torn that movie apart. There's so many truth drops in it. Right, I said right down to his sweater with the Apollo on it, and I'm like, you know, and he's the one who supposedly did the moon landing fake, the mock-up, and then he makes The Shining, and he's got all these references to the Apollo program, and I'm like, what is this? Now do you go back and look at it?
Now this is a question that can take an all day. What is the true agenda they are putting out in their movies? Have you connected all their dots? That's a question that can take an all day because there's so many different companies, different people. Some people have different agendas, are trying, taking over the world. Some are not. So it's just too hard. Now, one hard. You know,
we can't get away from it. We were doing a horror show so we can get away from conspiracy and have a good time. But here we are locked into a conversation.
Yeah, but we're using it within the movie, so I think we're using.
Can't get away from it.
One
Eric rushes in the room this morning, dude. 19. Look at 1988. What colors are those? I said, I named the other team, and I goes, no, Redskins. Yeah, Redskins too. Why?
But the Buccaneers almost has the same color, so it makes
yeah.
sense.
I said Buccaneers, and I go,
I was just saying that was kind of a weird Poltergeist kind of a moment, like a little spiritual, like wow, that's
they won the Super Bowl in '88. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. But it was made in '82.
When you and I talked about our first horror talk show, we talked about Evil Dead, how practical stuff is better than CGI.
Yeah.
You remember the Poltergeist scene where the guy went in the kitchen, he's gonna make himself some food, and there's like this steak that like thing starts to happening, like he saw bugs everywhere, and he starts to peel off his skin. And that stuff looked more real.
Oh yeah.
You saw now.
Well, remember the steak? Back to the movie Poltergeist. That one investigator watches a steak go from one end of the counter and slowly move to the other end of the counter, and then it starts to like spew its own pieces out from itself, the steak, in little chunks. I'm like, whoa, that's a real steak. They're doing real things with it. It's like the real steak, and they're doing a real stunt with it, like a real special effects with it. I liked it. I like that movie. Yeah, I like the old school special effects.
Oh, it was just
to get sucked into the closet.
And you wonder how they do it, honestly, because when you see the modern day CGI, all these computers to make this stuff, and you saw the ghosts like walking down the stairs, it's like, how did they do it back in '82? Maggots, yes. It's like, how did they do that in '82 with stuff they
maggots?
Had?
Yeah.
I mean, you really had to, put your 2 cents on how to make some of this stuff happen. And then, of course, what's awesome is they bring a woman in who claims she can talk to them, see things that other people can't. Now, you can relate that to some people in the Mandela effect too, that some people see things that other people can't. I'm not saying she's a Mandela affected kind of woman, but she saw things, she saw lights, she felt things that sometimes when you described to me that you saw colors. Maybe,
what do you think of her? What do you think of her squeaky shoes?
Her shoes.
Do you remember her walking and her shoes were squeaking?
I know she was walking. I don't know if I paid attention to it.
When she walks her shoe, she's got high heels. And now it's got, I think there's like a bow on her shoes or whatever. Her shoes changed for me. And they squeak. I remember them squeaking originally. I think they still squeak. I don't know if I was going to ask you if you remember them squeak. I actually fell asleep some part of the movie when that little gal was walking around. I want to go back and I missed it, but her shoes were famously squeaking. I was going to ask you if they actually kept doing it or not. I didn't see it.
I have to go back and look at that. There was one. And what's weird also with some of the people in that movie. There's actually an article called, where is it? Here, let me show it.
In the movie?
No, about the people who are making this movie.
Yeah,
there's a lot of weird stuff. Like,
the little lady.
Like, what is the Poltergeist curse? Is Spielberg's beloved horror movie fully, truly hexed? Because
that's right, they were dying off.
That little girl, she died. A house built. Now the Native American thing that happened in the second movie. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I thought that was stupid. I thought being on top of because Bob. Okay, actually, before we go here, people who died because that Caroline Ann, she died. I wish there was a name. There's like that. I think that Indian guy died. The priest guy died.
Yeah, that's part 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've actually died, but what I hate about the sequel and the first one was based on top of a regular graveyard where they moved the headstones, but they didn't move the body. So are you going to tell me by chance with the second one, by chance, okay. When you put in a coffin in the ground, right? You got to dig into the ground, right? To put in a coffin. So you're going to tell me in the sequel, what beneath you're already digging in, and beneath that there's an underground tunnel hole with a bunch of priests or church people down there? Come on, really?
No, part 2 was a joke. Part 1, I liked it because actually I have remember I work at the Smithsonian Institute. Remember I worked at Smithsonian, and I was up in the attic, and I had to go through the wooden drawers where there were human remains, archaeology, anthropology. So I had to go to the human remains and make sure each and every piece is in here with this individual's body. Every thumb, every bone has to be accounted for in this, because that's a Native American tradition. Every bone has to be accounted for, like 1,000%. So I was going through these drawers, and I asked them, why are there human at the Smithsonian, guys? Why are the human remains in a drawer up in the attic at the Smithsonian? I had to ask the doctor that was working there, I was working with. I said, why do you have humans in a drawer? Shouldn't they be in a grave? Like, respectfully. And this actually happened, people. And it goes along with the movie The Poltergeist. And so they mentioned to me, what happened was these are prisoners of the United States of America. They were in prison back in the 1800s. And so we wanted to build condos and new houses. So we tore down the old prison, and we had to exhume all the bodies, because there's prisoners buried that they didn't have any homes or anybody, no family to come claim their remains. They had to be buried at the prison. The prison had their own graveyard. So the law says they have to exhume all the bodies, and so the bodies technically didn't belong to anybody because nobody claimed them. So they belonged to the state because they were prisoners. So that technically belonged to the state, which belongs to the state also owns the Smithsonian. And the Smithsonian basically took their remains and put them in to boxes up into the attic. So in the middle of the dark night, believe it or not, I'm up in that attic in fucking Smithsonian in the natural history portion, and it's creepy as fuck. I mean, you want to be I've got balls. I don't mind. I can go up in it, and I'm working on I'm cleaning skeletons in the dimmest light up there, and they're all, So, but not all bodies. They even says not all bodies are exhumed, dude. So back to Poltergeist, that's true shit. Not all bodies. They just take the headstones off. They just take the headstones off, and they just build right on top of them.
And that's true. But these were regular people that was in these coffins, because they put up the coffin, the Poltergeist, and they look like people. But how in the second one you're going to say there's another graveyard beneath that graveyard, and it's the priest and his people who I love commit suicide? I can't remember.
Yeah. They did that big suicide thing. A big suicide. They drank the Kool-Aid. So he's another wacky fucking false prophet who got him to drink the Kool-Aid. So this guy got angry ghosts because they drink the Kool-Aid.
You got this angry
story. There he is. Oh, look at creepy. He looks like Joe Biden. Is that Joe Biden?
It does look like Joe Biden. That's funny.
It's the guy from Phantasm. I think it's the same actor, right? Maybe. I don't know. From Phantasm. But anyway, it looks like Joe Biden. That's what's important here.
I'm trying to see if there's any picture, because if I remember right, in that movie, in the second movie, they put a ladder, they climbed down, but it was like not even like that deep where you have to put in a coffin.
Yeah,
it's pretty deep to put a coffin. You just don't put the coffin, dirt level.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. That was a bad idea. It was bad production. The whole damn. I'm down with Poltergeist. First one, I loved every bit of it, and there's symbolisms in there with the tree. There goes the wood again with the tree and the arms up. Like how? Wait, hold on. How does Brian like it? Like a Y shape instead of the straight shape? I don't know. We joke with the straight shape of Jesus, whatever. But the wood, the tree, symbolism of that, the whole all the symbolisms in there. The wall with the closet with everybody getting sucked into the closet, the kids, the toys, the teddy bear, the clown getting sucked into the closet.
And look how bad. Now the first one had good special effects. Steven Spielberg was on it, and the second one, it's like the special effects in the second one was just so horrible too.
So horrible.
It was like,
no, I can't stand it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it.
And don't even talk about the third one. The third one, it was stupid, where the girl had to stay with his uncle and aunt, and they're like in this big apartment complex.
No.
Oh my God, that was freaking horrible.
No, and the Native American actor that was in part 2, Poltergeist 2, was also in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Look. Just
that's so bad. It's in a building. Wait a minute. Is it in one of the towers?
They had to use a different actor because the guy in the second one died.
Yeah, of course. Didn't they used Biden, right? That's Biden.
That's Joe Biden getting a facelift.
It's Joe Biden.
And then I'm sorry, this actor here, I don't know his name. Is it that guy? I'm sorry, that actor. Oh, this guy right here, whatever his name is. He is such a boring actor.
I hate him.
I hate this guy. I really do. I don't hate him as a person. I hate him as an actor.
Yeah.
He's just so freaking boring.
It's the mustache, man. He can't pull off the mustache.
Not Tom Hanks. Tom Selleck looks awesome with that mustache.
Well, because Tom Selleck has a full mustache. It comes over his lip. It's full. We've got he just died. You know what I'm talking about? He just died. Smokey and the Bandit, the actor. You know what I'm talking about? Smokey and the Bandit, the actor?
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds pulled off the mustache. He had the man mustache. That dude, he has a woman's mustache. If a woman can grow a mustache. It's just dainty. It's frail. It's like it matches the fucking tuxedo. And a mustache should not match any tuxedo at all. It literally matches the tuxedo.
He really needed that Tom Cruise swagger.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's Tom. Even before the flip happened, he was normally a Tom Cruise, just by himself with the mustache. Like, oh, there it is. There's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. I didn't know Joe Biden was in this movie. My God.
He was. This is before he ran for election. This is before the ring happened. Pedophile ring. Yeah. Yeah, he was a cult leader, and then he got them to drink the Kool-Aid, and they all died. I'll invite Gypsy Rhodes so we can discuss this movie and Shining and all the messages. Oh, yeah, dude, that would be a whole show. That would be the whole show. You're welcome to do that. That's actually would be fun. That would be fun.
And she died in the third Poltergeist.
Yeah.
She died in that movie. You know what? I hate.
She died in the third one.
I never wanted to see that movie again, so I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Tom Skerritt. That's his name. Yep.
Oh, I'm scared. Tom Skerritt.
Sorry, I never. 2 hours? Didn't he?
Top Gun. That's why I didn't like his ass. He is connected to fucking Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Skerritt is connected to Tom. It makes sense that he has the freaking girl's mustache. Yes. Now it all makes sense. That's why I don't like him. He actually came to the Museum of Flight. He came to the Museum of Flight during a Top Gun showing at the movie theater and in the museum, and he was there signing autographs. He was like an old, nasty old fucker. He had the same mustache. Bad.
What was so cool, what Poltergeist did, it also made kids to be scared of clowns again.
Here we go.
I know we had that Killer Clowns from Outer Space, all those fantastic movie, but this maybe really made kids not to want to have clowns in their room.
Yeah, we don't want them having clowns or enjoying clowns. No, that's wrong.
But another cool thing this movie did, the movie kind of, in a lot of ways, gave you a double ending. What I mean is, you had the big, not ending, but where that woman pulls the kids through the wall, through the ground, remember?
Yes.
With the rope. And, they hugged their kid. So, in a way, they could have ended the movie they wanted to. But during the move, the last night in the house, they tried to get them again. So it was kind of like a double ending that was kind of really cool, like getting out of the house again, and then the house crumbled. Now, some people claim, I don't know if you heard this one, but some people claim that when the house is crunched, that there's a Mandela effect on how clean it is. I don't know exactly what they're talking about, but apparently when the house appears, there is a Mandela effect that people have different memories of that. I have to. I was looking at some videos today, and I saw some people talking about it. So I haven't looked at it to compare it.
I will look at it.
But some people are saying there is a Mandela effect within the house part, which is not really huge. I guess a huge thing, but I guess they're claiming is. But it's fun to research.
Yeah, weird. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
What is this? Clowns are demons, and this guy.
Clowns are demons now, man. Then you got the Joker that was out and just like kills people randomly, but he does it for vendetta, for vengeance, and like seriously, man, come on. Okay, I'll go.
You can leave, guys. This show's only 1 hour because
1 hour. Yeah, we were 1 hour anyway, so we're good to go. We got 10 more minutes.
We don't need to stretch out much as we can.
Yeah.
We're just talking about because we love movies, But so the movie did a lot of great things. You saw how to investigate a ghost using real equipment that you can actually use nowadays. I mean, think about it. It might not be about a bad idea if we could get a haunted house and go to a thrift store and buy the old square tube with the rabbit ears and go into a house and actually turn it on.
And turn it on. I encourage people to buy an old school AM air radio, listen to the airways, try to get out of the digital thing, practice listening to radio, old-fashioned radio, and see if you get any synchronicities, see if you get anything like your favorite song of the favorite. You'll be at a place where you're thinking of a song that you were in a place, and all of a sudden the song pops up on a digital or not digital, but a regular analog radio, airways radio. Prove it to yourself like that on certain things. Practice, try doing that. Good luck on. There's no TVs. You can't get rabbit ears on a TV now. I guess you can, but don't they have a digital box? You got to get a digital box for the rabbit ears, and then you can pick it up because they've changed the whole fucking thing.
Well, no,
weird.
The digital box is only for you to pick up the new digital signal because all the local channels got rid of analog, so you can only do digital. That's what the box is for. But for Ghostwise, you don't need the no digital box.
No, you don't need a digital box. Now you don't have to. Yeah, it's better because you don't. If you had a digital box, you'd be picking up fucking movies and shit. But if you don't have it,
analog doesn't matter for secretaries. Maybe. I just know more people hear more things with analog versus digital.
Yeah, you get because it's more of a proven thing. You know that a lot of people talk about. Well, I get a lot of synchronicities with digital. I said, well, then you have to have an argument. No, I have to debunk. Now you got smartphones, and I have actually seen it where people will talk to Siri on their they'll talk to whatever on their phone, and their goddamn phone is still on. And so if you're talking about a song that you like, that goddamn thing will put the song in. It's the AI will hear you talk about it, or you talk about liking the red dress. I'm gonna go buy a red dress with a blue purse. Next thing you know, you're clicking on your thing. It is showing you red dresses and blue purses. That's a fucking synchronicity. There must be some sort of Mandela. No, man, that damn thing is listening to you. I'm sitting in Eric's room and he's got his box. He's got one of them fucking smart boxes. And if I talk about something, there's going to be something that pops up on that box. The motherfucker is listening to me. And I'm not being paranoid. I'm being factual. I come from the intelligence world, and that thing is listening to you. Your smart TV is listening to you. It's listening to everything you say. It's taking all your data down, and some guy in China has probably got it, masturbating to it, whatever. Who knows what happens? If she gets distributed, gets sold on the market. But if you guys go back to analog, they can't. If you hear your favorite song on a weird spot on analog, there's nothing listening to you. It's just there. It's the air. Practice that. I take walks with the old-fashioned radio AM with a plug-in and headphones with the old-fashioned AM radio. Listen to old AM B oldies. You know, I don't fuck with digital. I stay away from it. I don't want it listening to me. I've seen too many situations where the damn thing has picked up what I've talked about. People know what I'm talking about. Be careful. Big Brother is listening to you. What is it, 1984? Or no, 1982, and then the predicted of 1988. The best part of Poltergeist was it was so quintessential to the 80s. Yes, it was. The 80s were beautiful, man. The 90s were cool too, but the 80s, early 90s.
What is this?
Early
Hey,
90s.
Eric, hey, Bob and Eric. Instagram even listens to you. I get friend requests from pages that are related to things I'm saying.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, you were correct.
Right.
Thank you for sharing that.
This is the last part of the show. I'm not going to ask anybody to give me a number from 0 to 10. What do you think of the movie? Just give me a thumbs up or down. If you saw the movie, did you like it or do you not? Just a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I give Poltergeist a thumbs up because when you got scenes like this in this picture, that skeleton looks real. That's not fake. And for that being a 1982 movie to look like that, I'm giving this movie a thumbs up. So if you guys like the movie, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, put a thumbs down. And do not be afraid. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Never let other people out there to speak for you. You know, speak for yourself. So I'm saying, and that's how people are giving numbers. Hated the message, but movie an 8. No, thumbs up. Thumbs up.
I give it if it's above a 5, it's a thumbs up. If it's below a 5, it's a thumbs down. Either way, thumbs up. I loved it. I think it was iconic. I think it was iconic for the time we watched it. I think the special effects were amazing. For the 82, the special effects were fantastic. They were cartoony, but they were still friendly. I was even telling Eric, it's kind of a weird movie where it's a horror movie that you could technically watch with your children.
Yes.
Because there was no, I mean, there was a little bit of pot smoking, but who cares? You know, that's modern now, but there was no nudity, no TNA, no nothing. It was kind of family friendly, and it was a horror movie. You know, I wouldn't watch it with your kids too young, but you can watch it with the teenagers.
It helps kids to get into the horror world.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's our normal time, normal Mandela Effect show, whatever you want to say. No show on Friday, because somebody might be leaving this country. Who knows? But if everything goes right, maybe on Thursday, if we got time, I'd like to do another horror talk show on Thursday about zombies. Not just one movie, the genre of zombie movies, because there's too many great ones. So I want to try to get Viz from The Walking Dead to see if he could come on. Like I said, only 1 hour. These shows only 1 hour. I want them short, fun, fast, give you guys something to watch. So, and guys, leave comments. Let me know if you like horror talk, if you like talking something a little bit different than your typical pure, Mandela Effects, The Mask, what's going on with the world. If you like these off-the-wall ones, let me know. So I appreciate everybody watching. We're gonna end this show now. And
short and sweet.
Short and sweet, and we love you all. We'll see you tomorrow and Thursday.